Interestingly enough, this story that you heard there, somehow the Wall Street Journal got a hold of that little news clip that you heard Phil Rowland say. And they published it in an article in the Wall Street Journal. We have some copies over there for you to take home. And it talks not just about Polydeck and what we do, but it talks about the whole concept of prayer in the workplace. In our organization, because we allow our employees to live freely, they've started okay. This is the core of our organization. We have a small chapel in the middle of our business, and this is Jeff's office where he spends a lot of time. And he coaches employees through tough things. It's peaceful, it's quiet, and it's a place of reflection. The floor on that is, it's one of the carpets in our business that needs to be cleaned the most often, because people come in there with muddy boots from the shop at all hours of the day and night to pray. Isn't that cool? It's not me beating them on the head with a Bible, it's just providing them a space to pray. God knows the rest. You don't have to force it. We have a company in Chile that the same thing. When they saw what we were doing, they put a little shrine outside and said, you know what, we want to pray too. So they've got this little shrine out in the courtyard. The next interesting thing that I want to share with you, oh man, time is running out, is a concept. How do you breathe life into this card? Enron had a card very similar to this, except they just didn't put Christian on there. They said, we have all this integrity and all this love and all this stuff. But did they do it? No. So I said to myself, how are we going to breathe life into this thing? So what we started was a concept called I Caught You Caring. If you as an employee show any of these virtues on the back of this business card and demonstrate them to another employee, you're eligible for a prize. And at first, that didn't really work too good. I mean, the first few months we got maybe one person. And what it was is, if someone, for example, if you help someone in the rain and you help them with an umbrella, you walk them to the car, or he forgot lunch and you share your lunch with him, they fill a little card out like this. It says, I caught you caring. It says what you did, when you did it, and which virtue you displayed. Drops that in the caring committee box. And at the end of the month, we have a birthday and an anniversary celebration where we bring everybody together and we celebrate virtue. And in that celebration, we hand out gifts and prizes. But initially, the thing didn't work. You know, who's going to want one of those things? Oh, Peter took him out in the rain. He's like, yeah, I don't want to do that. And so nothing really happened. Until one day, God intervened. And the biggest, burliest guy in our plant, he's 320 pounds, footballer, built like a muscle machine, the typical he-man. And he borrowed someone $100. And when the guy wanted to pay him back, he said, you keep it. That guy went, wrote him a little note, put it in the caring committee box. That month, we're like, whoa, we got one of these, whoa, okay, here it goes. So we present him with a shirt. And this is the shirt he got. It says, I caught you caring. And it has a heart on the front. And Gerald, he looked at this thing, and obviously the size we had was way too small. He says, you know, it only was like tiny like this, so we had to get an XXL. The next day, he arrives with his t-shirt on. Let me tell you, the next month, we had 35 of these. And all it was needed was, it's okay to care. It's okay to love. And people celebrate it. And when you put yourself out there, God finds ways. The master of the universe. Like I said, when you're jumping and you're out of that plane, you're like, God, I'm going to hit the ground. Somehow he puts an updraft under you that you can't imagine. A Gerald Warren getting a t-shirt. I never ever imagined that he'd do that. But God created that circumstance. Here we are a few years later, and we have to re-energize this thing. We've got another t-shirt. And this t-shirt looks like this. Every employee gets one. We re-sign the corporate care values. And if you sign our value statement, you get a shirt like this. All 180 employees put this on. My son, who's only 11, he put one on the other day. And he's like, whoa, this is cool. We went out to Home Depot, and the lady saw him with this on. And she's like, well, what is that? And he's like, this is our company. And here he is at 11 years old, being proud to wear this. And our employees wear this now when they go out. Isn't it cool? I mean, it's amazing. I'm running out of time, a big time. Okay.
Keep going, Peter. You're good.
Caring program, it's a really nice program. I mean, I think it brings more people closer together out on the floor, especially the ones that runs production and stuff like that. There's be a lot of times where your machine might go down and you don't see it, but your coworker catch it for you and help you along. I think it's good once you recognize that, you know, that we are a team and that we're trying to help each other out, not just for us and the company, but for our families too, that it works out for the best for everybody.
Now, do you just hear what that guy said? I help my coworker out. We're a team. We're a family. When you create 180 family members like that, what do you think happens to your business results? Turnover, gone. Productivity, up. All the things that as a businessman you're afraid of, when you say, you know what, I'm going to run a Christian business, God will pay you back tenfold. The amount of money we put in that caring committee, because of the employees' productivity, reduction in workers' compensation, more than double paid whatever we put in that caring committee. So God honors if you give. It's amazing. What we do is every month we take a non-for-profit in town, one of these organizations, and we've got 48 of them that we help, and we give them a check from the caring committee. We provide funds for them, and they come in and they present their story to our organization. And you know what's so cool is when you bring this organization in and they share the story of what they're doing in the community with the caring committee, they have the power to write a check out for $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, whatever they choose. And they write these checks out, and then they invite them in front of the whole company, and they get to hear what this organization does. And these organizations are chosen by our employees. Organizations that are meaningful to them. There's one, for example, SOAR Academy is an organization that helps young people who have autism. And one of our employees brought them to us. His son goes there. We're helping them. Another one is the Shriners Hospital. One of their daughters goes there. We help them out. And so what does that do to the bond in the organization? 48 employees who have brought these organizations have had that organization help. But it works two ways. When you bring that organization in, they share their heart with your employees. And it brings tears to their eyes to see what wonderful things are happening in the community that no one is aware of. And also, the employees start to realize that there are organizations that can help them. One of our people had a situation where an organization had a rape crisis. There was an incident there. She never knew about this place, but now had the opportunity to be connected to them. So there's all sorts of benefits that come from this.